Welcome to Collision Hub News Network, your monthly source for the collision repair news and information you need to keep your business moving ahead. In this episode, Service King employee builds IED at work. Progressive closing services. Geico wins lawsuit on prevailing rates. Chevrolet Silverado drops weight for 2019. All this and more, so let's get started.
In today's collision repair environment, you need a partner who cares about meeting the needs of your customers as much as you, and one that understands the pace of your business. The training and dedication of our 24,000 employees allows Hertz to provide world-class customer service and seamless integration into your workflow while providing the daily support you need most. That is why we promise to do whatever it takes to not only keep up, but to move ahead. Hertz is ready. Are you?
A Service King employee in Scottsdale, Arizona was arrested for having an IED, or improvised explosive device. 31-year-old Michael McLean was arrested at the Service King location near Raintree and Hayden Road after the Scottsdale Police Department found the device at his workstation. According to police, McLean had bragged to his co-workers that he was able to make the IED himself. Co-workers then contacted Scottsdale PD, and the building was kept clear while the DPS bomb squad removed the device. Service King released this statement. Service King Collision Repair Centers is aware of the incident at our Scottsdale, Arizona facility. We are actively working with appropriate authorities to ensure all precautionary measures are taken. All employees have been accounted for and are safe. The incident remains under review, and therefore we cannot provide any further comment at this time. The device was described as small, roughly 4 inches long. Scottsdale police say the man's intentions were not to hurt anybody, but simply to see if it can be done. McLean is facing drug charges, as well as a count of possession and manufacturing of a prohibited weapon. The 2019 Chevrolet Silverado is dropping 450 pounds. General Motors announced a mixed materials strategy for the next generation Chevrolet Silverado. While the General Motors commercials criticizing Ford's aluminum use were entertaining, Chevrolet said the 2019 Silverado features aluminum exterior swing panels, the doors, hood, and tailgate. The main body will still rely on 7 different grades of steel, including the frame, which is high-strength steel varying from 2 to 5 millimeters in thickness for optimized performance, using a variety of processes, including hydroforming, roll forming, conventional stamping, and tailor-rolled blanks. This was to keep step with a commercial in which GM also poked fun at Ford by dropping landscaping blocks into the F-150's aluminum bed. For the 2019 Silverado, Chevrolet has increased the bed floor from 340 to 500 megapascal. As GM continues to advance vehicle construction with a variety of different metals tailored for specific applications, repairers and insurers should note that it will be impossible to properly repair this wide-selling vehicle without OEM repair procedures and approved equipment. The insurer AAA Automotive has released a report on the cost effects of advanced driver assist systems and need for OEM parts. It is an important insurance industry validation on following automaker repair procedures for calibration, even when it raises severity or requires OEM parts. AAA concludes in the report that the added complexity of the systems comes with inherited costs well beyond the original purchase. Putting consumer safety above cost is a good message for the industry to hear from the insurer. In addition, the report also provides an introduction to the various ADAS systems and their calibration requirements for shops and adjusters struggling with the subject. For a full copy of the report, click the link in the description below.
It's something they never expect, but accidents happen every day in a variety of forms. A claim is more than a loss. It's a person, a family, a dream, and each deserves the best care possible. We know that behind each claim is a customer relying on the knowledge and understanding of a team to help them navigate the difficult process and return their lives to normal. That's why AR Direct has assembled the nation's best claims service and salvage solutions team with over 4,000 members across the US and Canada. Born from a collection of the industry's top executives, AR Direct combines the 3 pillars of service: people, technology, and community, to offer an unmatched suite of products and solutions for ever-evolving claims and collision repair industry. Loss inspections, catastrophe services, and our industry-leading complete total loss evaluation and settlement program, supported by the only no-tow salvage disposition program, eliminating costly secondary tow and cycle time delays for consumer settlement. In addition, removing the burden of evaluation and conditioning from partner DRP repair centers. The best part? AR Direct is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to meet the needs of every customer. AR Direct, caring for today, service for tomorrow.
Progressive has announced it is closing collision repair services at claims centers. Within the coming months, all 68 service centers will stop operating as a customer drop-off and pickup point for collision repairs, also known as the concierge program. The service offered customers a hands-off approach to repairs by having Progressive deal directly with the repair center, virtually eliminating the relationship between the shop and customer. Progressive described its decision as simply a response to shifting customer preferences, fast-paced environmental changes, and a desire to improve customer claims convenience. The company also stated there would be no layoffs due to the new claims process with direct repair shops. Many of the facilities will be converted into regional claims offices, and at this time, all claims personnel have been offered jobs. Progressive is the #4 automotive carrier in the country and recently reported double-digit private passenger auto growth. Are you using foams correctly when replacing door skins? Here's Sean Collins from 3M.
Hi, I'm Sean Collins, Technical Service Engineer for 3M's Automotive Aftermarket Division. And I'm here now to discuss some issues with applying foams to door skins. This is a common operation we see in the body shop every day, but there's a lot of confusion about how to handle applying the foams once the skin is attached to the vehicle. So we're going to talk about a couple of things. One thing we want to make sure we do is to use the correct product or the correct foam. Now, some technicians may just grab any seam sealer off the shelf, and you may have problems with that. Keep in mind that some of these products have solvents that allow the product to shrink down. So whatever product you're using, make sure it's 100% solids. There are correct products for this that are designed for this purpose, and one would be a flexible foam such as this. So as the name says, it's flexible. It'll flex in and out as the door skin moves. Keep in mind that this metal door skin will expand and contract with heating and cooling cycles on a vehicle. Just like any other panel, you can heat shrink a vehicle or a panel with heat. That panel is going to move in and out. So if we apply something solid to that panel that does not allow that panel to move, we're going to see some ripples down the door. So we want to make sure we use either a soft foam, or there's another material called an NVH or noise vibration harshness material. Now this material also is soft enough that will allow the door to expand and contract, and it will move with that part. This is also 100% solid, so you won't get any shrinking that'll draw that panel in. So the first thing, again, is to use the correct products for the job. We don't want to just grab any product off the shelf. The other thing we want to know is how to properly dispense these products. And I'm going to use this door here as an example. There's actually some spacing between the door skin and the intrusion beam in a couple spots. There's some damaged foam that's broken away, and I'm just going to use this as an example of how to get the foam in that area without just having it run down the panel. So I'm going to first put on my safety equipment and grab my foam here. Now I'm going to use the flexible foam for this application. Now one thing I see is a lot of guys will just dispense this foam rapidly and not allow it to foam up. But what we really want to do is dispense it slowly until it starts to actually foam its way out of the nozzle. So if you dispense it too quickly, I'm just going to show this as an example, and you just quickly dispense, it'll just run down the panel. So what we want to do, we want to actually watch, and we're going to see that foam up, and it'll start to foam its way out of the nozzle. Being patient. Now it's starting to foam. Now we can apply it, and it's not going to just run right off the panel. So to apply it down in the door skin, that's all we would do. Slowly dispense the foam as it foams out of the nozzle. Now one thing we always want to keep in mind is what happens to this door after we have the foam put in here. Now that the foam is in there, the last thing we want to do is set this door down flat on a stand. And sometimes that happens, a technician will set it down and put the foam in, and then it'll expand and contract, it'll move around a little bit. So we don't want to lay this door flat until this foam has completely set up. So not only does the technician who put the door skin on have to be careful of that, but he's got to be careful that when he hands it over to the painter, that the painter doesn't set it down on a stand flat to jam the outside of the door. So very important what we do after this is installed as well. There's one more issue that we run into occasionally where there's not a lot of room to put foam into some of these areas on a door. Chevy trucks are known for that, where there's a very small area here. So what I tell the technicians, as much as they can possibly do, use a heat gun to take the door skin off on the outside and leave the foam intact. So you leave that foam on there, and then you can use the NVH material and apply some of that onto the foam that'll attach it back onto the new door skin. So using these tips with these foams should really help you to understand better which products to use, how to use them, and how to handle them after they're applied for a safe and successful repair.
Geico has won a suit on its use of prevailing rates in the settlement of glass claims. The Middle District of Florida has granted Geico attorney's fees and costs in a case brought against the insurer by an auto glass shop in 2016. The shop had challenged Geico's treatment of its contractual labor rate with SafeLight as the prevailing rate for all glass claims within the state. VIP Auto Glass had sought class action status, alleging that by requiring customers to pay the difference between the prevailing rate and the cost of non-network shops, Geico was in effect charging a glass deductible in violation of Florida law. While the case was glass industry specific, it had raised several issues around rates that also exist in collision repair. The case fell apart last year when Geico alleged that VIP Auto Glass had forged a customer's signature and initials on the assignment of benefits related to the case, despite the shop owner Melvin Rivera declaring in a deposition that he had obtained the signature. VIP Auto Glass tried to dismiss the case without prejudice, but Geico wouldn't agree, petitioning the court instead for attorney's fees and costs. Honda has revised their certified shop equipment requirements for 2018. The OE has added new tools, provided clarification into what meets existing equipment demands, and removed more than 24 items from the program. Those interested can compare the current and previous lists by using the Internet Archive provided by Repairer Driven News. Honda also defined a measuring system in detail after finding a large degree of variance in what shops thought was a good measuring system. For example, a tram gauge and a digital readout was no longer acceptable. Honda now describes a 3D electronic measuring system or fixture bench system with plus or minus 1 millimeter in accuracy for X, Y, and Z with current software subscription. Recommendations include the Caroliner Vision and Celette Naja. Another notable addition is the 3M Applicator Gun for two-part adhesives, as the 2018 Honda Accord specifically demands 3M 7333 during certain repairs. Shunt clamps, which are standard equipment for destructive testing of welds, join the list as well. While Honda added some tooling, 26 others were removed from the list. One potential money saver, ALLDATA. Honda had required shops subscribe to ALLDATA. However, the OEM realized the redundancy as it already provides ProFirst shop access to the original Honda repair procedures for free through Service Express. It is recommended all shops, including non-certified shops, review the list to ensure they are prepared to properly repair Honda or Acura vehicles.
Introducing the SADA Clean RCS Micro, an all-in-one rapid spray gun cleaning system, providing quick between-job cleaning. Perfect for both waterborne and solvent-based paint systems. The small wall-mounted Clean RCS Micro is only 9 inches wide and can be mounted right in the mixing room, increasing productivity and profitability. The Clean RCS Micro quickly and thoroughly cleans your spray gun, even with tough color changes like red to white. Optimize your shop's time and money with the high cleaning efficiency of the SADA Clean RCS Micro.
Thank you for watching this month's episode of Collision Hub News. We hope you'll make CHNN your source for the collision repair news and information you need. Want more in-depth coverage of stories you heard about today? Please visit Repairer Driven News, your daily source for information and editorial features for the collision repair industry. If you need to catch up on past episodes of CHNN, visit the YouTube channel and don't forget to subscribe, ensuring that you'll never miss another edition.